Hi everyone, it's Kelly Daubach, Executive Business Coach, Healthcare Consultant, and Dietitian. It is Wednesday, January 12th, and we are here to talk today about 5 strategies to validate your business idea. So I know it's a new year. I know a lot of people are like, this is going to be the year that I make a change, whether it is in your corporate job, maybe going to a different company, stepping to another department, another role, or maybe you are interested in entrepreneurship and starting that consulting business or starting that coaching business or starting that clothing line, all of the things, and they're all so good. If you guys have that feeling, I talk a lot about intuition and gut feelings. And if you have that feeling, guys, it is telling you something, and I promise you, it will not lead you astray. It is your gut and your heart talking to you and telling you to make a change and make a transition. So I've been right where you are, looking out the window and wondering, okay, I'm becoming a certified professional business coach. What can I really do with this? Can I really leave my corporate job? Can I really make a successful business run at this? Well, I'm here to tell you that I've been there and done that, and I have the steps and the strategies to help you start your business too. It is a proven track record, just like school, just like a course, guys. There are ways to launch businesses, and in fact, there are millions of businesses getting started every month, and I've been looking for the number of businesses started in 2021. If anybody finds that number, I'm super interested in it. But it's going to continue to climb, and it's going to continue to be the way of the future. So every day that you're not growing and thinking about your business idea, someone else is. So hopefully that is a little bit of a gumption to get going and explore. So here are a few ways to validate that business idea. And if many of you have been in business before, you know that it really is a plan and an execution and a strategy and accountability, right? So that's one of the really big benefits that I found working with my business coach, was that it was so nice for someone to not only have the plan, but also have that built-in accountability that I had to jump on the phone and tell them what progress I made. But the first thing is you want to identify the problem that you solve. And just an administrative housekeeping note, I publish all of my blogs and articles on LinkedIn. So if you guys want the notes from this, I'll actually have the full written content. I'll put it in the comments when I publish it on LinkedIn. But identify the problem that you want to solve, right? You're a passionate and kind person, and you realize that through your own experience or through talking with others, that there is a need. There is a need somewhere in a product or service. People are getting frustrated. People are willing to pay money to have a more positive experience in whatever that business category is. So maybe you're a teacher and you want to tutor kids that are falling behind in a remote learning environment. Maybe you want to help people lose weight and feel great. Maybe you're an HR professional and you want to bring specifically a component of your career, maybe it's diversity and inclusion, into the corporate workforce. But whatever that thing is, you have to identify that problem first, okay? That's number one. Identify the problem that you're going to solve. And the second thing within that identification of the problem is what differentiates you. Like, do you have specific training? Or do you have specific skills, right? Let me give you an example for me, right? So I'm an executive business coach and I help people start their own business. Well, why am I qualified to do that? I'm qualified to do that because I did that 15, 16 years in corporate America and built tens and hundreds of millions of dollars in launching new products. So I am an expert in starting new businesses. And that comes from my experience as well as my training. And so think about when you want to fix someone's problem, what experience or what training do you have? Maybe you have a certain certification as an HR professional, or maybe you're a personal trainer and you want to open a gym, or you're a teacher and you want to do tutoring. All of those types of things are really going to emphasize your ability and your credibility within your business. Okay, so number 2 is assess the market size and product or service demand. So ask yourself, is this product or service in alignment with the evolving human lifestyle shifts, right? So what I mean by that is make sure that like the trend of what you're doing is going with the trends of society. So you want to have a trajectory that whatever you're launching or doing isn't going to go away anytime in the next 12 months, especially as you're starting your business. Because once you have your business established and you have your clients, then you can pivot your services. But if you're in the launching phase, i.e. probably the first 12 months, you don't want to have a risk of a business segment or business shortage need come across in that would inhibit you even getting off the ground. So ask yourself if your product or service has that 12-month runway or that even greater trajectory to really be a trend in society and continued need. So are you adding value to make people's lives easier, right? 2022, simplify your life. If it is going to make people's lives simpler and less stressful, it is a great business idea, because people, I promise, are going to eventually max out their capacity for complexity in their lives. If they haven't already, right? There's only so much you can handle and juggle, and things like schedules going this way and priorities going this way and personal values going every which way. So I will tell you that either by force of nature or by human choice, life is going to simplify in 2022. And if you have a business idea that aligns with that, that's a great example of something that is going to be a human need and desire. So going a little bit further into another example for something that goes the other way, right? So if you product or service that is focused on in-person or boardroom meetings, as we all know, that is a declining market and declining business niche. We will never go back, very likely, to 5 days a week or 5, business meetings a month. I mean, it's just not going to return, at least not in the next 5 to 10 years, to the way that it was. So don't go into old ways of lifestyle or old ways of doing business. Instead, think about how you can bring networking or connection or catering or whatever your business niche is, if you service business clients, into a remote environment and get creative in that way. So in order to conduct the total sales research, you need to either source information, sometimes buy information, sometimes you can find reliable sources on the internet, but you want to look for the total sales data in your product category and also the service providers or manufacturers that are publicly traded. So look on the stock market and on the stock exchange to look for the companies that control the market share, and look for how big, because they have to obviously publicly report their earnings, and look at how big the market is. You want to be in a business segment that is growing. So another thing you can look at is compounded annual growth rate trajectory, CAGR. And you want to look for something that is at 5% or above, because if you see something that has been declining by 3 to 5%, probably not a business segment that you want to get into. All right, number 3, you're going to establish your competition matrix. One way to quickly determine if there's an opportunity to acquire market share is to look and research your competitors, right? This is something that you have done if you are in sales or in operations for other business, for a corporate business right now. You have competitors, right? And you're constantly trying to think about how you can either acquire their customers or take some of their market share by one-upping them in the market. But you can't do that if you don't know who they are and what they offer. So make sure that you're doing your research. And it can be simple. Put it on a spreadsheet or on a Google Doc and list at least 10 competitors if you have that many. If you don't have that many, it might be pause for concern on if there is appropriate market validation to this point. So fill in your category topics across the top. So you're going to put your company name, you're going to put the company website, and then the things that you're going to look for is what is their target audience. See if they get real specific about male or female or a certain age, a certain demographic. If they have a retail, where are they located, and why are they located there? The location is super important if you're going to be doing a brick and mortar location. So what is their audience? Their promised outcome, what are they solving? And you might be solving the same thing, but the way that you speak about that pain point is so critically important to the success, because that's what grabs people's attention as they're scrolling and looking for information online, or if they drive by, or if they pick up a bulletin at church, or if they pick up a magazine for the Orlando area. There's tons of advertising in there, and I can tell who's done their market research based on the words that pop out and who has not done their market research. So make sure that you are really looking at those marketing terms that your competitors are using to capture what target audience you want to capture. What do you love about their offer? What do you not like about their offer? And what are they not offering that you believe that there is an opportunity to basically outdo your competition? So maybe it's 24/7 customer service. Maybe it is waiving delivery fees. Maybe it is a membership that is a flat fee, and you can get benefits by overutilizing the membership. All those different types of things to look out for. That is room for you to overcome and take market share, take opportunity, or take clients from your competition. And the other way to do competition research is to become a client of your competitors. So if they have a freebie on their website or a discounted service, it is totally worth your investment. It is a tax deductible investment. If you are going to open a business, to become a consumer of theirs, you will see the front to back experience of the customer, and you'll also get super helpful operational insights into how they're running their business, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? You'll know, okay, now I get an email once I sign up, and now they're telling me that I need to fill out this form or waiver before I can go work out at their gym the first time. Actually going through helps you map out your customer journey and your operations. I'm telling you guys, it is so important to not reinvent the wheel and think you have to do it yourself. It's been done, very likely, and you can spend all of your time focused on building relationships with your ideal clients, which is ultimately the way that the businesses that do succeed past the first year, the 20%, that's the ultimate way that they succeed, is they spend most of their time and attention growing their business and selling their business. Number 4, create customer validation interviews. So the best way to design your program is by learning directly from your customers or your clients. And one of the best parts about being a business owner is that you get the opportunity to select your customers just like they get to select their provider. And so when you think about this, you obviously want to draw people in, but if you know there's a certain characteristic or category of people that you do not want to serve based on the value of your product, then you want to make that very apparent in your marketing, and you want to reach out to the people that are absolutely the 5-star customers that are going to send you referrals and be an advocate for your brand. You call those attractors versus detractors. I don't know if you guys are over familiar with that, but that's a way that personal brand ambassadors is an amazing way to grow your business. It saves you on ads and marketing dollars and can be an incredible value for your downstream and future business revenue. So I generally had the pain points of my target audience on point when I was doing market research and interviews, but I didn't have the smaller pain points. I know people were going to be overwhelmed and burnout in healthcare and looking for other ways to bring wellness to communities and open new health and wellness companies, but I didn't necessarily know exactly what were they stressing about every day? What was keeping them up at night? What would be the first step that would just allow them the confidence to consider, business ownership? So those are like the nitty-gritty details that interviewing ideal clients or customers can provide in these ideal client interviews. If you have questions or want to chat about like how to structure these, I'm happy to share. Obviously, my program has full templates, and we walk through these interviews and look at all the information and pull out all of the great insight, go back, do second rounds, etc., so that you can really hone in on what your product and program needs to look like. But I'm happy to just, talk about ICA interviews or ideal client interviews, because they're so important in starting your business. Otherwise, what happens is you end up launching your website and then relaunching 6 months later once you have customers and realize that your product doesn't talk to their needs directly. So you can launch it without doing it and then end up rewriting it, but I highly, highly suggest to do your interviews and market research first. All right, number 5 is generate a financial model and pressure test the market. So once you know that there is a market, you have plenty of competitors, now you want to pressure test, like, how many customers do I need? Well, first, how much revenue do I need to make and how much income do I need to make? I can't tell you that. You have to tell you that. If you're looking to transition from a 6-figure job, then how many customers is that per month? Is that 1 high-end or 2 high-end consulting or coaching customers, or is that 50 to 100 car washes? I don't know. But those are the numbers that you need to know in order so that you're not surprised when you get in and realize that it takes a good 6 months to generate clients and customer funnels in response to your marketing. So once you identify how much top line you need, and if you can generate the top line that you need, then you start putting in the estimated cost. And I'm going to do a future training on for the coaching and consulting practices, what the estimated startup costs were. So you can get an idea whether you can personally invest that or if you need to take out a small business loan. I'll share what I invested in starting my program and business. So that's it, guys. That's the 5 steps. It is going to work if you work. And so I'm excited to learn if you get your yes or no. And if you're looking for support in taking these steps, these are the first steps in my business owner program. So if you're ready to learn and have someone assist you, please schedule a discovery call. I would love to help you validate your business. And again, guys, if you are feeling it and have an intuitive feeling that it is your calling or it is your purpose or it is your passionate business, it is. And it's all about just building the strategy around it to make it successful so that you're not floundering and, again, doing it all yourself. Because if I tell you or someone tells me that the magic number was 1 million businesses started last year, guys, it's been done before. So don't stress about all of these steps. Get hooked up with a coach and a network that is going to help you do these steps and be successful. So thanks everyone for watching. If there's any questions or comments, let me know, and I will see you all in the group soon. Bye.